7 years ago, I got into a taxi and asked to be dropped off 3 miles away. At the end of the journey, when I went to pay, I realized it was not a taxi. I'm still cringing. Wait, so it's it's basically the same as the other woman who got into the was it the Lyft or Uber or something? But I mean, taxis are really easy to differentiate from regular cars. I mean, maybe it depends where you live. Some places maybe it's not as easy, but typically either a they either have a big sign or it's written or something. There's clearly something to mark them. I can't realize it would look like a regular car. I don't know where she lives. I mean, it could be the same as a regular car. 30 years ago, gas stations with convenience stores had become a thing. I stopped for Pepto-Bismol. Clerk asked if I had gas with that. I see where this is going. Indignantly told her that I only had an upset stomach. Walked out to see the pumps. Still cringed. Working in Shanghai, and my interns were buzzing that everyone in our building was saying Will Smith was in the eBay offices next door. I was losing my shit with them. Cause, hey, Will Smith. My manager walked over to me and said, "You know they're talking about you, right?" This kind of reminds me when my dad was trying to round us up, 4 kids, to leave the nursing home from visiting old aunt. He said, "Does anyone need to go potty?" And about 12 residents said, "I do." Walked into work one day and everybody was standing around looking somber. I loudly asked, "Geez, who fucking died?" At that moment, the guy whose custodial grandma just died turned to face me with tears in his eyes. Ugh, wrong thing to say, man. When I was 2 or 3, I saw a framed photo of some baby on my mother's dresser and got so jealous I threw it on the floor. The photo was of me. I mean, that's more adorable than embarrassing. I was in my car, hot day, windows down with my 4-year-old son when a person of restricted growth, I think he means like a midget or something, came walking by. My son started pointing at him, so to distract him, I put on his Disney tape. Mortified then when the opening strains of Hi-Yo Hi-Yo rang out. Even the guy in the comments says, person of restricted growth, why would you call them that? They're just short people or dwarves. I mean, dwarves, maybe not. My mom was walking me to school when I was 5 and I saw my friend Trevor up ahead, so I ran on to catch up with him, calling out his name. As I got close, I realized it wasn't him, so I just kept on running past, shouting Trevor. I mean, he tried to save himself. When I was a kid, I ran up to a woman in line, pinched her butt, laughing, and then hugged her from behind thinking it was my mom. Wait, why would you do that to your mom? Why would you? Okay, whatever. It wasn't. I think about this moment almost weekly and my stomach still drops 35 years later. Yeah, as a kid, I did not pinch my mom's butt or ever. Yeah, right. I mean, it's weird. It's really weird. Some people have weird things with their children sometimes. Like some parents kiss their children on the mouth, which I found really strange, but whatever. And there's stuff like this. I mean, I don't really get it myself, but I don't really get it, honestly. I once took my child to a meetup clinic for the camp she was going to attend. We brought food and stayed a while and ate, and as we were leaving, I saw the actual group across the park. We'd been eating with a local church group who were too polite to ask who the hell we were. I'm sorry, but sometimes I'm really wondering what's happening with people. Of course it can happen, and I'm not judging that, but you stayed a while, you ate, and you were leaving, and you did not a single time talk about the camp your child was supposed to go to? Yeah, I guess this guy's making a good point. You're supposed to be with the camp group and you don't talk not even once about the camp? When I was 5, I was waiting for my dad to come home on leave from the Navy. I heard the doorbell, and looking down from my bedroom window, I could see the top of his Navy hat. I rushed downstairs, flung the door open, and yelling "Daddy," jumped into the arms of the milkman. Jumped into the arms of the milkman. Wait, do milkmen still exist, or is it's probably like an older guy? I'm wondering if it still exists in some parts of the world. Probably, or maybe I don't know. I really don't know. Was at a coffee shop waiting for my coffee when I ate the largest muffin sample on a plate. Wasn't until I'd started to start one more tasty sample that I realized it wasn't free samples, but someone's dirty plate they'd returned on the counter. That's actually disgusting. Left without my coffee in a horror. One time my mom fell asleep and forgot I was at her house, and she woke up and thought someone was breaking in. She jumped out the bedroom window and called the cops from the neighbor's house. Finally, she remembered it was me right before they came in with guns. She was mortified. How do you forget your own child is in the house? I mean, he's probably a grown adult. It wouldn't make sense otherwise, but only in the US could this incident get you killed. Yeah, in the US, people don't mess around. Yeah, I think I'll end this here. Hopefully, it was entertaining to you, and if it was, I'm hoping I'll see you in the next one.